Famed country singer Trisha Yearwood rose from small-town Georgia to become one of the most successful and acclaimed artists in country music.
I grew up in Monticello, Georgia. I was born there. Both my parents have passed away, and I really know a lot about my mom's side of the family. I really want to know who the first Winslet that stepped on American soil was. You know, and how cool is that, just to kind of know where you came from? Since both of my parents are gone now, I've turned to genealogist Kyle Beatty to help me get started. Okay, so this is my grandmother. I see her parents listed. So he's 3, so then 4 times grandfather would be his father, Jonathan Winslet. And then we have his dad, who is Samuel Winslet, 1744. And we have, is that Benstead, Hampshire, England. So he's the guy, he's the one.
He's your immigrant ancestor.
Every immigration story is different, you know, and so I'm really curious as to why Samuel decided to move to America. So I'm off to England to start hunting for clues about Samuel's early life with only 2 details, his birth year and hometown.
Well, you've come to the right place, and 1744, we're looking at the parish registers.
3 records found.
You've got Samuel, you've got Winslet, you've got the year that you wanted.
So then I can assume that John and Mary would be Samuel's parents?
Yes. I did search the registers, and I found another entry, a Winslet entry, which I think you should look at.
Okay. So this is burials from Easter 1753 to Easter of 1754. So Samuel would have been 7, 8 years old when his mother died.
Yeah.
Wow. This is another burial record, and this is John Winslet, 1759.
That's correct.
Samuel would have been about 14. Learning that Samuel became an orphan at the age of about 14 really leaves me wanting to find out what became of Samuel and his siblings.
We'll search the online catalogue of the West Sussex Record Office.
Okay. 1 result is returned. Bundle of documents relating to the killing, wounding, and felonious removal of several fat bucks from one of Lord Winterton's paddocks on the Shillingley estate by William Bristow and Samuel, James, and John Winslet. Awesome. Okay, so the 3 brothers are thieves. So I think we can pretty much rule out that I'm going to find out that I'm royalty, because I'm thinking.
I think you're right.
Okay, fine. I want to find out the details behind the deer-stealing incident that Samuel was accused of, so I'm meeting with historian Emma Griffin. Emma pulled the records related to Samuel's involvement and asked me to meet her at the Shillingley Deer Tower. Deer stealing at Shillingley. His Majesty, for the better discovering and bringing to justice the persons concerned wherein, the said Lord Winterton does hereby promise a reward of 30 guineas to be paid upon his, her, or their conviction.
And you can tell that Lord Winterton is taking it very seriously. A 30 guineas reward, that's a large reward that he's offering. A pardon to anybody who comes forward.
It just becomes more serious by the letter.
It is becoming more serious, isn't it,
Yeah.
with every document?
Yes. This letter is dated June 22nd, 1765, and this says the confession of Thomas and James White. They declare Samuel Winslet robbed Lord Winterton's paddock. My gathering from this letter is that they decided, look, we'll come forward, we'll get the money, we'll confess, and they've kind of implicated the worst of everything on everybody else.
He's accused of a very serious capital crime.
If I didn't know his history, if I just heard a relative of yours broke into someone's private property and killed animals and stole them, I would think he's just a criminal. You know, he's just a common criminal and has no character. But it's hard for me to say that knowing his life up to this point.
I've done a little bit of digging around. We'll start with this one.
Samuel Winslet, here we go, and John Winslet. His Majesty has thereupon been graciously pleased to extend his royal mercy to them upon the said condition for the transportation of the said John Winslet and Samuel Winslet for the term of 14 years in America. In my head, I'm thinking, well, if he makes passage and he gets to America, then he steps on the land of opportunity and everyone welcomes him with open arms, and that's not the way it is. But it certainly beats hanging. I think this happening to him, which is a terrible thing, is probably what saved his life.
Mm-hmm.
So my next stop is basically home.
The first stop in searching the records is registers of land grants. So,
George III, by the grace of God, do give and grant unto Samuel Winslet, his heirs and assigns all that lot of land in the town of Wrightsboro, containing 100 acres. So, okay, so I know that he came in 1766, so this is only 4 years after he gets here. and he's sentenced to 14 years of hard labor.
It's unlikely that his sentence was commuted.
Yeah. I mean, he's basically gone from being a thief to a landowner in 4 years. You know, that's pretty good. I feel like we draw strength and we draw part of our own character from what comes before us. And now that I have, you know, really traced the life of Samuel Winslet, I feel like I know him.